Hey guys, hope you had a good week or you're having a good day. It's really hot here. Okay, it's like 31 and I went for a walk earlier and I got like halfway and I'm like, fuck. Why did I do this? Good thing I put on a hat. That saved my life. So I haven't been on for a while, but I have been still doing readings, okay? I do a reading a day, and I write them down. So I'm gonna read the last 3 readings that I wrote down, okay? There's a certain disappointment. This was on the 5th. Like huge disappointment energy, okay? It's really strong, because people of the past did you so wrong. They did you so wrong, okay? And they tried to gaslight you about it. So it's like they did you wrong, but then in real life time, they just treat you like shit. There's just no respect there. Heavy betrayal energy and stepping over boundaries. These people are continuously stepping over your boundaries, like they just like skate the line, something like that. Huge human right violations here, okay? They tried to make your environment treacherous, okay, and tried to exclude you or make you feel excluded, make you feel like you had no resources, you had nowhere to turn, okay? Symptoms of emotional discomfort, okay? People are having anxiety due to their own actions because they're thinking back on all the shit that they did to you and they're overindulging. The end of a cycle that consisted of targeting, studying, and sneaking an emotionally intelligent woman because they know that she had yet been aware of the bag that was attached to her. Okay, so you are owed some sort of money through inheritance or investments. Finances are attached to you somehow, and these people of the past knew that you had not been aware yet. Okay, with a lot of people, they had stolen your mail, and that's how they knew. Past investments and inheritances. This woman was supposed to receive what was rightfully hers and have many great ideas on how to further invest and to create. There's a male figure that saw the light within you. Okay, so this is how you got that money to begin with. There was a male figure, okay? Someone of high vibration. They saw the light that was within you at one point, okay? This clear purpose and drive to achieve their desires, that's what they saw within you. Okay, this was supposed to create a partnership. This is a creative partnership in the making, like a power couple. That got taken too soon, okay? Keywords, got taken. Like, this person wasn't supposed to die when they died. This person who gave you this money. You respected and supported each other. You should have gotten a letter, and you didn't. Or somebody else took it. Okay, there's tension between two forces. Consistency and attention to detail. Someone underhandedly tried to create chaos by stalking and implementing reckless plans. But really, they're just making themselves a witness to your invested, loyal, like, demeanor, like who you are as a person. Okay, now they're figuring out who you are, and you're invested and you're loyal, and you're continuously working towards your long-term growth. Okay, somebody's like anticipating their consequences, and that's this heavy emotional discomfort. July 6th. There's a past lover that's in sorrow. They're feeling emotionally isolated because they had, because they had an amazing person and a shot at real love and financial prosperity, and they chose to break this person's heart. Okay, not only that, to torment them, infatuated by their lovers instead of honoring a commitment. This amazing person had to emotionally detach and will never return because of what this lover did to team up, to destroy, and to disappoint. Okay, it's almost as if it's unforgivable. Okay, everything is forgivable, but like you're gonna have to ask God for forgiveness on this one. Constantly keeping up to sabotage and to attack relationships and future plans. They thought you'd come back to discourage. They thought you would come back to them discouraged from all the setups, that they would be able to freely use you in their circle of lovers. Conflicted because they know that your intuition and your awareness is on point. These deranged lovers tried so hard to kill you, and this is now exposed. The amount of drama and conflict they drugged this person's name through in the hopes of spreading determination to defeat and to get treated harshly is overwhelming, obsessive, and humiliating. Slander for malicious intent. Slander for malicious intent. Choice in love. The choice you chose in love is into dark practices and is extremely jealous of this other person you didn't choose. Misuse of funds, they're terrible with money. Bribery, they're unsupportive, and they're miserable. Like a real winner. A very mean individual. Spiritual manipulation in order to rob the person you didn't choose of any sort of receiving in their life. Resources, friendships, work opportunities, etc. They thought that they could stay out of jail with working alongside authorities. The truth, your happiness, and the determination to further express that doesn't make any sense what I wrote. Okay, so this person is realizing that this was their most idiotic decision yet. Okay, the 7th. Shit. There's 2 more, okay? And then maybe I'll pull some cue cards. Or maybe I'll go read the book. Consistently thinking about how life would be different if they were to choose different. Okay, so this is somebody else. Positive choices and positive partnerships put someone's life onto a new path. And that's true in any situation. Like if I start making a positive change, like saving my money or investing in myself into college or hanging out with those negative friends, right? This will put my life onto a new path. It just will. It'll change things, right? Somebody's coming to this conclusion. This will feel weird at first, but understand that you are creating new possibilities in this life. If not now, then when, right? Traveling plans. Somebody could be wanting to travel. A strong desire to travel, to communicate, and to make new connections, positive connections. Okay, someone's feeling like they missed out. You haven't missed out because you never even chose good for yourself yet. Like what? I don't even know what that means. You haven't chose it yet. Okay, maybe you are missing out. Laying to rest the burdens of other people relying on you for their one-sided relationship. Understanding that in order to put your best foot forward on this new mindset, this new path, this new world, you're going to have to travel alone in order to best stay tuned into self. Okay, so no seeds of doubt are being planted. A crime, theft. Okay, then this just went way left. Theft, a framed setup. Okay, so there's a framed setup that's significant here. Sexual exploitation and child sex trafficking. Okay, I was getting that somebody was doing like voyeurism, and there was like kids getting dressed and stuff, and then they'd sell these photos. Someone wanted to have you close so that you would be guilty by association style. Okay, lied to have you think that they were trying to protect you somehow from this person. This same person that they were voyeuring, okay? Keeping it close to their chest that the person that they had targeted was the same person that they stole this financial security from. Choosing different could bring in the possibility of reconciliation and peace. Okay, so that's how they kind of like, the two energies like connected into each other. It was really intense. Okay, remember to make small adjustments and to create balance, okay, and moderation. Okay, specifically moderation too, because there was an ex who was trying to throw overindulging spells at you and another person, okay, or you and your potential other person, so that you overindulge, so that you mess things up on this new path that you're pondering about. And there will be a lot of laughter and emotional and financial security. Okay, you know how fulfilling it is to have emotional security? A lot of laughter and emotional security. Maturity, growth in decisions and choices in love. It'll take determination and loyalty to self, okay, but it has great potential. And investments will flourish. Okay, and then this is today's looking into what would be considered crimes of passion. Stalking in order to create toxic environment. Paying people to make connections that leave you feeling hopeless and annoyed. Excuse me. This will not work because your mind is already made up. Someone's very like single-minded, okay? Very intelligent, very direct. They've just been proving at this point that you've indeed made the right decision about not having this person in your life. And that is your justice. You chose a high route, and certain people of the justice system are getting a new perspective on why you're still in a position of financial strain. Looking at you as honorable. Past people are trying to interfere with your psyche because they feel like your intuition is fucking up their plan to manipulate your environment. Huge power imbalance to control and to bully. Very greedy individuals who impose on your boundaries continuously. Unfair advantages to take advantage. People that got paid to cause you anguish. Felt bad in the midst of doing what they were paid to do. Once they got a different perspective of who you are as a person. Did that stop them? No. Okay, this will give the investigators a new perspective on who that person is and what they stand for. A breakthrough when it comes to this targeting is about to arise. So some sort of breakthrough when it comes to like the investigative part of this. Okay, a truth that brings insights that lead to many series of changing events. I haven't read in a while, so I'm like stuttering a lot. I'm gonna go get the book. I'll be right back. It's so hot. It's melting hot. It's 31. The most common emotions that arise while you're breaking self-sabotaging behaviors. The first thing you feel, the first feeling you're likely to confront is resistance. This is that generalized sense of being stuck over your body, or your body feeling so tense that it's almost hard, as though you're hitting a wall. This feeling usually is masking emotion that's preventing you from actually being aware of the sensations beneath it, which are more acute. When you start to feel resistance, you don't want to just push through it. In fact, trying to do that means you'll keep hitting the same wall you're up against already. You're going to strengthen the self-sabotaging behavior because you aren't really solving the problem by just trying to override it. Instead, start asking the right questions. Why do I feel this way? What is this feeling trying to tell me about the action I'm trying to take? Is there something I need to learn here? What do I need to do to honor my rights, my needs right now? Then you have to reconnect to your inspiration or your vision for life. What was it that made you need to make this change, right? Like, visualize the outcome that you're wanting here. Get clear on why you want to take this action to make a change. When your motivation is the fact that you want to live a different life for a better existence, you're going to find that a lot of the resistance fades because you're being pushed by a vision that's greater than your fear. In other cases, you might run into other emotions such as anger, sadness, or inadequacy. When those feelings come up, it is very important to make space for them. This means to allow them to rise up in your body, to observe them, and then release them, watching where they take you. Watching where they make you tense up or restrict. Okay, so just getting a better awareness of self, right? Feel what they want you to feel. There's nothing worse than the fear of feeling the emotion, as the experience itself is ultimately often just some physical tension around where we've crafted a story. Right? It's not real. Remember that a lot of these feelings may very well have been a root in something related to the self-sabotaging behavior. If you're angry about how one of your parents treated you, it probably won't come as a surprise that the core feeling of why you sabotage your relationships is anger and mistrust. The feeling associated with self-sabotage are not usually random. In fact, they can lead us to deeper insights about what we really need and what problems within us are still unresolved. To fully release those feelings, once you are aware of them, try writing yourself a letter, writing something to your younger self, or from the perspective of your future self. Write down a mantra or a manifesto. Remind yourself that you love yourself too much to settle for less, or that it is okay to be angry in unfair or frustrating circumstances. Give yourself space to experience the depth of your emotions so that they do not control your behaviors. Disconnecting action and feeling. The final and most important lesson to overcome self-sabotaging is to learn to disconnect action from feeling. We're not held back in life because we're incapable of making change. We're held back because we don't feel like making change. So we don't. The truth is that you can have a vision of what you want, know that it's undoubtedly right for you, and simply not feel like taking the action required to pursue that path. This is because our feelings are essentially wired as discomfort systems, as they produce a good feeling when we're doing what we have always done, staying in familiarity. This, to our bodies, registers as safety. In other cases, the accomplishments or changes that we are very happy about are those that we also perceive us as a greater measure of safety. So sometimes the things that we're into already, they seem like safety, but they're not. If the achievement potentially puts us at risk in any way or exposes us to something unfamiliar, we aren't going to be happy about it initially, even if it's net positive for our lives. However, we can actually train ourselves to prefer behaviors that are good for us. This is how we restructure our comfort zones. We begin to crave what we repeatedly do. But the first few times we do it, we often feel uncomfortable. The trick is being able to override that initial hesitation so that we're guiding our lives with logic and reason, not emotion. Though our emotions are always valid and need to be validated, they are hardly ever an accurate measure of what you're capable of in life. They're not always an accurate reflection of reality. All your feelings know is what you've done in the past, and they're attached to what they've drawn comfort from. You may feel as though you're worthless, but you're most certainly not. You may feel as though there's no hope, but there most certainly is. You may feel as though everyone dislikes you, but that is probably a gross over-exaggeration. You may think that everyone is judging you, but that is a misinterpretation or a misperception. Most importantly, you may feel as though you cannot take action when you most certainly can. You simply do not feel willing because you're not used to it. By using logic and vision to guide ourselves, we are able to identify a different and better life experience. When we imagine this, we feel peaceful and inspired to rise up to meet this vision of our lives. We must overcome our resistance and discomfort. We will not feel happy initially, no matter how right it is or those actions are. It is essential that you learn to take action before you feel like doing it. Taking action builds momentum and creates motivation. These feelings will not come to you spontaneously. You have to generate them. You have to inspire yourself, and you have to move. You have to simply begin and to allow your life and your energy to reorientate itself, to prefer the behaviors that are going to move your life forward, not the ones that are keeping you held back. Okay, that's a good place to stop. I'm just going to keep it there for today. I might not be on for a few days, but I'm going to continue to just write down readings. Have a good day, people.